All right, and we are live. So Johnny's dealing with a little bit of a technical difficulty, so he'll be here in a second. In the meantime, you know this beautiful face, the Big Guilty Cigar Podcast. We are up and running. I got my guest Johnny OCD in the building. He'll be here in a second. Just a little technical difficulties. So just hang tight. And in the meantime, I'm hold you guys down for a second, and so I guess I can get into you know what I've been. I could rant about the Cowboys for like an hour, like literally by myself, like just literally sit here and cry about how bad the fucking Cowboys are. But I'm not gonna do that. You know. Also, guys, merch still available at Inomatic. If you guys want a hat, I got a limited amount of these blue ones left. So I have about three or four of these guys right here left. Actually, I got four left. So I have four of these blue ones left. So they're gonna be limited release. And you know, Hugo, Ben, what's going on, brother? I'm just waiting for Johnny to hop into the building, so he'll be here in a second. You know, once Johnny gets here, I'm gonna be lighting up. I have two of the future releases from the basement pack. So I was able to get my hands on those. Wow. Yeah, Skinny Money, what up? What up? What up, kid? You already know. Yeah. We in the building. We in the building. So, I'm smoking these I'm going to be trying out the two out of the 14 of the basement pack. So, I'll let you guys know how these are as the show goes on. And Johnny is here in the
What's up,
building.
buddy? I sorted it out.
Okay.
They were hooked up to the tablet over there, so it says
Ah,
connected, but I
yeah.
can't hear shit.
Can you
Wrong
hear me
button.
now?
Crystal.
Perfect. 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 Yeah, man. How was your Tuesday, man?
Oh, no complaints yet, man. Honestly, I'm just kind of starting my day.
Oh shit. Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Nice. So, what are you lighting up, Johnny?
I don't know. What are you lighting up?
I'm lighting up one of these from the basement pack that Sanj is putting out.
All right.
But I know what, like, I smoked it on Saturday and I smoked it again today. It's from Warp. They have an unbanded cigar that's just fucking money.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's like 11.75, and this one is just fucking. It's actually a really good stick. Yo, Jonathan, what's going on, man? Happy Tuesday. Happy Tuesday. So, so I have no idea which one out of the basement pack this one is because they're not labeled. So I'm gonna be lighting one of these, lighting this guy right here up. So,
Hold on. I'm hooking up to YouTube so I can see the comments and stuff.
nah, do your thing, man. Well on StreamYard, you should be able to see the comments on StreamYard.
No, not on my end.
Okay, okay. I can always pull them up for you.
We're good. All right, I got it. Real quick though, mic sounds good. So I got a fan on to make sure it's not picking it up.
Mike, nope, doesn't pick it up. You good to go. You sound great.
All right, buddy.
Yeah, so that fucking Chihuahua fucking Hugo's in the building.
What's up, Hugo?
Ben's in the building. My man Skinny Money's in the building. All day, every day. Philly's finest.
Peter just hopped on. It looks like.
Yeah.
Oh, there we go.
Fuck shit. Oh man. Like the chat was so much fucking liver without Peter in the chat.
Ah, well. At least you can smoke as much warped in here as you want.
Exactly. Yep. The Bourbon Grinch is in the building. Yeah, I'm getting ready for my Knicks to smack the shit out of Max, Boston Celtics. So getting excited for that. So you know, uh, well, the usual people are here, but for people that don't know you, who is Johnny OCD? What's the reason behind the channel?
Shit, man, how much time we got? Um,
All motherfucking day. Sorry, I'm cursing already.
so like the channel, I started my channel over a decade ago, and
Okay.
it had nothing to do with cigars. Obviously, I just started smoking cigars,
Okay.
but I did a channel on like I was a part of this before there was like Discord. I was a part of like the forums, like when we had
Okay.
forums or some shit.
Yeah.
So it was forums for like automotive and tools and shit. So
Nice.
I was on this forum. It's called the Garage Journal, and I ended up uploading just some toolbox videos to YouTube to link to that forum because at that time YouTube wasn't like very big, I guess.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like people weren't doing content or whatever like that. Like it wasn't a thing, like so to speak. But anyway, I just did like the toolbox shit.
Okay.
And I went incognito for I don't know 7-8 years. And then I just came back with the cigars. And a lot of the people that used to watch it were like, "What the fuck is this?" Like, unsubscribe. And I'm just like, "Bye." Like, I don't care. Like,
exactly.
I don't make money doing this. Like, what the fuck do I care? So, but that's the name. That's where the name kind of came up because the tool organization was so meticulous, which it still is. So somebody came up with the name Johnny OCD.
Nice. That's fire. So like, so you're a mechanic. So like, what's like your top 5 all-time cars? If you can afford them, what would be those 5 cars that you would own?
5 cars that I could own. Oh, man, that's tough. It's really tough. I mean, I'm gonna say Bugatti. I know everybody overplays that, but God, I would love to have one. Bugatti, Huracan for the daily, Porsche GTR 3, and maybe like an Hermes Pagani. That's the only car in brown that I think is beautiful. Any other car brown is disgusting, but that car is gorgeous.
Yeah, like I don't know. I'm not a big luxury nut. Like growing up, my dad loved Volvos, so his love for Volvos kind of carried over to me. So I love Volvo as a car. I got water on
I've
my.
worked on many of them, many of the inline 5 cylinders.
Yeah, so like, like it would I would definitely have to go with a Volvo. I love like besides the grill, I love the way the new BMWs look. Like I hate the new grill on the BMW. Look,
I agree with you. I don't know what they were thinking.
It looks shitty. Like,
yeah, I don't know what they were
that
thinking.
old classic, face was perfect for it, and they fucked that up. And then I love the new Camry, but it has to be all fucking the one that the top of the line sport Camry. That one to me, I remember first time I rode it, I was like, this car is fucking nice, and it's only like it was like 45. I'm like, this is fucking sweet.
If you like that, what about like the Lexus IS 350 or something like that? They're kind of close.
You know what? Like, I for Lexus, I would go with actually no, I think Tony has he has a Mercedes, right?
Tony should have an AMG, yeah.
AMG.
I'm not sure which variant, but
man, yo, I heard Tony from 2 blocks away. I met Tony in Boston one time. I heard that shit from 2 blocks away. I was like, this is fucking sick.
Yeah, those twin turbo AMGs are no joke.
Yeah. That and I don't know. I'm a sucker. I'm a sucker for a Tesla because the way when you just touch the gas, it just fucking goes.
Instant torque. Yeah.
Instant torque. It's crazy.
I mean, now you got me rethinking like the top 5 cars that I want. I just kind of spit off like 5 off at the gate, but yeah, I mean, now it's like maybe I'd want like an old like '69 Nova or something like
Mhm.
that, and I don't know, but
You know, like the Shelby GT was always something that, the old Shelby fucking Mustang always is, and it had, and of course, and like is blue, because I don't like, you're gonna fucking kill me for this, but I know shit about cars. I was never really into cars, but like does that Shelby only come in blue? That's 63 Shelby.
I'm not the biggest, I don't want to say fan of Ford, but I don't know too much about Ford. I know like there's, but I swear to God, I've seen that car red and white.
Mm. We got a
Do you
question for
know
you.
why the new Bronco engines have issues? I honestly, I've never messed with many of the Broncos, but if they're that EcoBoost turbocharge, those have always had issues. Direct injection always has issues because that fuel will not wash over the intake valves, so carbon builds up on the intake valves. Those chunks break off, go through the exhaust, shoot through the turbo, and just cause catastrophic failure.
Wow.
So Jeep is
Uh,
mechanically rough too. Jeeps, a lot of the V6 Jeeps that have that Pentastar engine, they're notorious for issues. So
it's crazy because, like, certain cars they just say are a piece of crap just because of the fact that, like, they're gonna break down every 8 months. They're gonna break down.
well, yeah, but I
Especially
think
in
something
luxury.
with the but with these EcoBoost or with this Bronco, I think there's something going on with some whatever material they tries to use on the valves are breaking.
Mm,
So, and when they break, it's catastrophic. Like it's engine replace. You know what I
wow.
mean? Like you're not going to catch it early on, like unless they. That's what I think this recall is. I don't know if they're gonna. It's basically, from my understanding, the recall has to do with the valves,
Mm.
and basically, it's a result of direct injection as well. So,
Like,
but that's not my. I get the cars after warranty. You know what I mean? That's me. So if
mm,
anything's like going on, service bulletin dealership stuff, that's not me. What's up, Matt?
yeah. I can't lie, man. Like a 94 Bronco would have to be on the list. Just
I've got a 1970 Bronco sitting right here next to the 67 GTO that I'm building for some
oh
guys.
wow, that's
So
that's sick.
like I'm literally staring at them right now.
Yeah,
So
yeah. Like,
yeah.
apparently a guy had one, and it sold it at auction for a fucking pretty penny.
The Broncos, oh, they'll go for $250,000.
Wow.
Yeah, done right with the Coyote engines and stuff like
Yeah,
that. They'll go for $250,000.
that's
So
insane.
yeah, everything's going up though. I don't know why. Everything's bring back car windows with the vents for. Oh yeah, the little front vents.
Yeah, for a Corolla .8. You
Man,
know,
there's so many cool cars out there. So
especially nowadays with the technology that they're coming out with. The only issue is, like, especially, like, you know up here in Jersey, we get a lot of flooding, and all those new fucking cars, you just see them fucking on the side of the road, flooded out.
yeah, my first shop, my first automotive service shop was actually in South Jersey, and I
Yeah,
I I
yeah,
can't deal with the rust and the snow and
yeah.
all the shit. Bro, when I had to take a Map Pro torch to bust loose the fuel filter, I was like, I can't do this no more.
Mhm.
This is nuts. So
That and the fucking salt just fucking
yeah,
destroys your car.
yeah.
That salt just destroys it. Yeah,
The cars are wrecked there. In 2 years, they're rusted out. It's nuts.
yeah, that's it. Yeah. And I just wonder how the insurance covers that. When your car just fucking floods out, you can't do
No, and
shit.
they're flat out. They're totaled. Yeah, they're just totaled.
Yeah, like, yeah. What are you smoking, Johnny?
Uh, Casa Cuba Divine Inspiration.
Nice,
Yeah,
nice,
I was able to acquire a box of these, so kind of
nice.
ripping through them.
Well, So at the shop, we got Fuente back now. So I'm going through the whole Casa Cuba line now, which is and it's a pretty nice smoke.
It is. I think this is well. I don't think it's underrated. I think a lot of people like this, but this cigar is
Mm-hmm.
kind of like new to me. Like I
Mm-hmm.
just smoked one for the first time. I think like last month,
Mm.
and I was like, "Holy shit! Like this is so good for under $20."
So is it better than your Oliva V in that size?
Yeah, yeah,
Okay.
no question. Yeah, I mean that's my opinion, but yeah,
Yeah.
you know.
So like, what would so? Let's go back to the origin. Look, what was your first cigar? What got you into cigars for the first time?
So honestly, man, I think it's like midlife crisis. So I'm 46. I'm dead serious too. Like I'm 46, and like when you go through midlife crisis, what is the most thing like guys do? Like they get race cars or Corvette, whatever. They do that shit. I did that shit my whole life. So it's like
Hmm.
I think I just want to like adult. So for my
Yeah.
midlife crisis, I like started buying nicer clothes, dress
Mhm.
shoes, like all this stuff, watches, whatever. And I'm like, how can I up this like sophistication game? And I was like,
Yeah.
cigars.
Yeah.
I want to do cigars. Like I want to be fucking fancy or some shit. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
But I mean, long story short, that's it. Like I just wanted to do something that was it's
Yeah.
like not necessarily masculine, but like gentlemanly. You know what I
Exactly. Yeah.
mean? So, and I was interested in cigars, but it took me a while to pull the trigger because I'm a former cigarette smoker, which I gave
Mm.
cigarettes up shit like 15 years ago or even more. I don't know. Like I almost forgot that I smoked cigarettes, but I was kind of leery of getting into this culture and have it being like another addiction. You know what I mean? And but it's not. It's
Mm.
completely different. So this is my
It's
first cigar of the day, and
yeah.
I haven't been jonesing for anything or anything like that. But long story short, that's why I got into it. I just wanted to be more like sophisticated.
Okay.
But then it turns out I just hang out with all these guys that
Exactly.
are popping up in here and whatever.
Yeah. Like since you can't have a nice outfit without some fragrance. What's in the fragrance collection, Johnny?
So, all right, I I don't like to talk fragrance when people ask me because one, it's like you're not gonna go out and buy it because I don't want you to smell like me. And if some girl asks, you ain't buying it for your fucking boyfriend. So
Yeah.
like I ain't. But my number one fragrance is Bulgari Man Wood
Okay.
Essence.
Okay.
Okay.
I like Bulgari. Bulgari
Yeah.
makes. I just got a clone of African leather. You
Okay.
know, like my top fragrances. I love Parfums de Mali. That's like my brand right there. I love Parfums de Mali. I feel like everything they come out with, except for maybe two, fucking fucking love. Like I love Pegasus. I love Herod. Uh, Bond number 9. You know what? The only problem with Bond is super fucking expensive, man.
Yeah.
Bond is super expensive. But two sprays of that, you're good. And of course, like Creed. I love Aventus. I love Virgin Island water is really good. Another one that I love for the fall is Sauvage Elixir, the new one. That one fucking
So I'm not too up on I know some of the ones you're saying. Obviously, I know Dior Sauvage and
yeah
everybody knows Aventus and stuff like that.
yeah
But some of these like boutiquey, like really expensive ones, I really don't know. Like I just, you know, Versace,
okay
Dolce and Gabbana. Like
yeah
Dolce and Gabbana, the one, but you got to
yeah
make sure you get the EDP
classic,
versus the EDT or something like that.
classic,
You know what I mean? Like I have those in my collection.
classic.
Some flankers from the uh, God, why am I drawing a blank here? Uh, Man, the bottle's a revolver.
So that's wanted.
Wanted. Yeah,
Want
wanted.
yeah.
So
What is it the black bottle or is it the regular wanted by night?
I think it's wanted by night. It's like the brown
Okay.
bottle.
Yep. Yeah,
Yeah.
I have. I actually wear that one at work.
Yeah, I like that one, but those
Yeah,
are more like I wait for the winter to wear those ones.
yeah.
And then I have
Like,
like Mont Blanc Legend and
oh yeah,
Prada L'Homme for summer
Pro-
and shit like that.
Prada L'Homme that was one of my first fragrances that I ever bought. My first fragrances that I bought were YSL. Um, I'm gonna destroy the name. It's like Elite de la Home.
Mm-hmm.
But to me, that fragrance to me is a masterpiece. That only problem with that one is the lasting power is the lasting hour. It only lasts like 4 hours. But
Mm.
to me, that fragrance is second to none. You know, that Axe body spray, man. Listen, I told my son,
Dude, I can't see these comments. Damn it! Hold
so
on.
yeah, sorry.
But that's what I tell people, and they're like,
It-
"Oh, what are you wearing?" I go, "Axe body spray, the green one."
Yeah,
That's what I say.
yeah, like in my collection, like in my house, I have like 80 different fragrances in my house. I'm a like that was like it was cigars and fragrance, and then I got into bourbon. But like it was fragrance first. Oh damn, Skinny Money bringing it back to the old days with the car,
Oh,
the car
Jakar and
door.
Jupe. Oh my
Yeah,
god, yeah,
yeah.
I
You
remember
know what?
those.
You know what's it's crazy is the fact that Davidoff has their own fragrance line.
No way, really?
Yeah,
I didn't know that.
Cool Water is
Oh my
Davidoff.
god, Cool Water by Davidoff. That's right.
Cool.
I
Yep.
never thought it was Davidoff cigars. I just thought it was like some other guy with
Yeah,
the last name Davidoff.
that's Davidoff cigars. And how about this? So the creator of Davidoff cigars, he actually when when he made Cool Water, something happened and he got upset and he left. So what he did was he took that same DNA and fragrance, but class because Creed has the budget for it, and you have Green Irish Tweed, same
Mm-hmm.
exact fragrance.
Is it really? I
Yeah,
didn't know that. I know the
same,
Green Irish Tweed is like
yeah.
right up
It
there with
it
the
with the Aventus.
Aventus. Yeah,
Well,
but some people prefer the Irish Tweed.
it's Green Irish Tweed is just a greener version of Cool Water,
Okay.
so it's the same exact fragrance, and it's kind of crazy because like because he went from Creed to Gucci, and then he came out with a couple of bangers for Gucci, which in like Gucci Guilty for Men, and then
Mm-hmm.
he has a couple other versions of Gucci Guilty that that he came out with. So I can talk fragrance all day, every day. Like,
I still got a bottle of Paco Rabanne 1 million. I
oh
hit
my
it up
god.
a couple of
So
times.
my brother took my brother took that one from me. I still have 1 million Lucky.
Uh-huh.
So I have that one, but my brother took my original Paco Rabanne 1 million. But like I got Versace Oud, Versace Eros.
Right, Eros. Eros is a good one.
Eros is really really good.
Dylan Blue.
Oh yeah, Dylan Blue is fire. And
Yeah.
I'm not the biggest fan of blue fragrances. So like Sauvage, I can wear Sauvage for like a day, and after I can't take it no more. I don't know if it's because everybody wears it, but like regular Sauvage, I can't do. Like Y, the regular blue bottle of Y is my all time favorite. That one probably gives me the most compliments when I wear that one. And that's
Fun
really what.
fact: most Mercedes owners wear Dior Sauvage. I can every Mercedes smells like Dior Sauvage. And I shit you not, you could just pop open like the little cubby compartment for the cup holder area, and there's just a bottle of Sauvage in there. I shit you not. Everybody who drives a Mercedes does Dior Sauvage.
Like fucking. I actually have two Mercedes fragrances.
That's right. Mercedes does have a fragrance. Forgot. So does
You know what?
Bentley, right? Yeah, Bentley
Yep.
has a fragrance too.
Yep. Bentley actually makes really good fragrances. Actually, I have all four of the ones that they make because they're cheap. They're like $30 on discounted sites.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not too much into like the fragrance game anymore. Like I think I just kind of found what works for me, and then I just kind of just stick with them. It's not like cigars where like I'm trying to find new shit, but there was a thing where at a time where fragrances where like I was getting samples of this and that and
Oh,
ordering it and trying all different ones. And I think I just kind of found what I like. I'm sticking with it, and we're done.
yeah.
Like I don't want to spend any more money on fragrances.
that's that's my downfall, man. It's like it's every 4 to 5 months I'm buying about 4 to 5 at one shot fragrances
Jesus.
because
So
you
you
know what
just
it
have
is.
like a massive bookshelf full of like fragrances or something, right?
Yes,
I'm
yeah,
assuming.
yep.
Yeah,
Well,
it's not
and
uncommon. You know
you know
what I
what?
mean?
You know what it is? It's the YouTube guys. You watch these
Yeah.
reviewers, like,
Jeremy Fragrance or whatever.
yeah,
We do the slap and
yeah,
spin
yeah,
around.
the fucking nut job. You know, you
No, I
know,
mean that's where I blind bought um Prada the Prada
problem.
L'Homme
Yeah.
because of that guy, I think. And then who's the other guy? There's the other guy, the fashion guy, the short guy. I don't watch him anymore. I think he's got like a brown spot in his eye. He's short. He always talks fast. Gentlemen. He always says gentlemen.
Okay. Yeah. Yes.
God, why can't I remember his name? I can't remember his name. But I think he kind of introduced me into some fragrances, clothing line, shit like that. You know, shoes. So kind of went all over the place on YouTube with
Nice.
that one.
Oh, you know what?
YouTube's a great platform to learn, man.
Yeah, it's an amazing platform to learn. Peter's being a hater right now because Peter has no swag, and you can tell. You know, Peter
Yeah,
has no
can
swag
tell.
at all. You know, but so what have you been smoking, Johnny? Like anything that you came across that you're like, fuck, this is fucking off the chain.
Um, I mean, nothing that like we already all don't already know. Like, I mean, I was a huge fan of the Ometepe, so I'm looking forward to smoking that again. I know a lot of people hated it. A lot of Fuente now,
Thanks,
where
bro.
like I was kind of like with like Fuente, the Sharks, the
Yeah,
Bull, this like they're all
Sal.
just kind of
Yeah,
hitting for me.
yeah. Sal put me on.
Cavalier,
Yeah, Cavalier makes it really good. I enjoy Cavalier. I
so
enjoy Cavalier Illusione, because it has that nice. But you know what? I'm surprised that a couple guys came into the shop and they were like, and mind you, nobody ever bought this one stick right here with no band. I have yet to see anybody buy it. The guy comes in, he goes, "Yo, this is a fantastic smoke." I'm like, "Yo, Mike, you sure about that?" He's like, "Yeah, just trust me." I go and I smoke it on Saturday, and I'm like, Henry, this is fucking fire. Like, I would never think that Warp would put something out like that.
what's it called?
I have fuck. Oh man.
It's not that crocodile, whatever
No,
stuff
no,
is
no.
everybody talking about. Okay.
I can't lie, man. I wasn't the biggest fan of that one. I only had one so far, but I wasn't the biggest fan of it. I did enjoy the bits of Havana from Warped. I enjoyed that one from him. But like Warped in my opinion, Warped is very hit or miss. Like
Mhm.
if you enjoy pepper bombs, Warped has endless fucking pepper bombs for you.
Yeah, one of
You
my
know,
favorite warped is the 1988. I like that one. It's like a light shade, but it's got like a lot of just white pepper or something to it.
yeah,
It
like
smells like coffee and cigar smoke. See, there you go. That's all you need, Ben.
that's all you need. Well,
You know what's going to overpower what though? That's the thing.
you know what? Like, I
I
think
think the
that
cologne will linger longer, but the cigar smoke is more dominant. But once it fades, you can smell that cologne again.
I think that like Creed Aventus is very powerful. Like anything with oud would kind of blend in with the cigar smoke. So certain fragrances would kind of blend in with the with it. So You know,
I think we just lost Peter. Yeah,
uh,
he dipped out.
well, good. Bye, Peter. Bye. I hope you see this too. Bye. Yeah, like, see, I had that. I had that one. I think last Friday. It wasn't bad. Wasn't fucking Peter. Ah, cool. What's going on, kid? Who cares? My own signature smell. Yo, take a shit. You see, it's all right. You know what? It's a New England thing. That's what that is. You
Yeah,
know,
yeah,
these New England guys got no swag, nothing like that.
nothing.
Oh, the
Oh,
Chichale. Oh, love that cigar. Love
Peter's
that cigar.
definitely dipping out now.
I love that cigar so much. You know what? I like to smoke that cigar after every Eagle loss. You know, that's how much I love that cigar. But you know, I try to get my hands on everything in the shop at least once. You know, so honestly, the only thing I haven't smoked yet. It was a few that were out of my price range, and like the Davidoff stuff, like the Maduro. Uh, I didn't smoke that one because it was $55, and
I haven't smoked that yet either.
like the Peter sent me a year to Dragon, so I smoked that one. That one was okay, nothing memorable.
The Davidoff Year of the Dragon.
Uh,
Yeah, I haven't smoked that yet either. I heard not good things, so I'm just letting it sit. I might just kind of just sitting there, let him forget about it, and maybe in a couple years it'll be
yeah,
something, to
it's
try.
it's going to be interesting to see the with how this new blender take where he takes Davidoff. Because I'm pretty sure everybody has different blending styles. So
Hmm.
I'm pretty sure even though he was probably under Aladio's tutelage, he wants to make his own name, his own stamp. So you know he he might go up and want to make the cigars a little bit more spicier, like for the more limited stuff.
I
Because
mean,
with
I wouldn't mind that. Is that what the dragon is? The dragon spicy or
yeah, a little it's a got a little bit of bite to it, but nothing too crazy.
okay?
Yeah, the Padron. I haven't smoked that one yet either. Actually,
Me neither.
I don't think we got it yet. The Padron Black. So I haven't even dipped my toes into that. But
Yeah, Padron's one of those brands where like I'm just not trying to. That I'm not dying to smoke anything that they put out, and it's not because I dislike it. It's just I don't know. You know, just there's nothing about Padron that really is like wowed me that I
wow,
smoked
you,
other than construction. Construction's 100%.
what do you think about like what's brands that you look forward to? For new releases.
Um, at one particular point, it's Placencia. There's not really anything in the Placencia lineup that I dislike, other than the Cosecha 146 wasn't for me. Um, but now it's like selected tobacco, but I don't think they're really going to ever come out with anything new other than like the black or something like that. But like anything selected tobacco puts out, I will absolutely try the second it comes out.
Yeah, get those likes up and Eladio blended for Davidoff. I want to say since maybe uh, don't quote me, but I think it was the early '80s, like 1981, is when he first started blending for Davidoff.
Yeah, so Eladio Diaz, right? I know he
Uh,
blended for Davidoff. I know he's blending the new rare finds for Tobacconist of Greenwich, and then
mhm.
I heard that he does some of the blending for Sanj.
Yeah. So the charisma, the black, and the Antra, those are all Chico blends. I mean, it's a Chico Eladio blends.
Okay,
And then Chico is working on the SP Maduro. That's gonna be come out in January.
so this is where's my camera? So this is an Eladio Diaz.
Yes, that is. Yep, that's a lot of
Okay,
Diaz blend.
Okay, I'll have to try that.
Yeah, I've like anything that EPC comes out with, the second we get it, like I buy it right away. So
I, EP Carrillo is like one of the like. What did you think of the Pledge? I know it was like a number one cigar. Did you like
uh
it?
I liked it, but it wasn't better than to me than the La Historia.
Okay, I love the Encore. Just regular Encore and Encore Black. I've had the Pledge. To me, the
Yeah.
Pledge just couldn't get past the second third. Too much
You
like
know what?
black licorice.
Yeah, yeah. I hear that a lot with the play. You know what? It's one of those things where it's a curse. It's a curse to get that damn like cigar fish nut cigar of the year. It really is a curse. You know.
Because it makes people like I get what you're saying because like you have like super high expectations, and if it just
Exactly.
mildly falls short of that, where you'd be like, wow, this is a really good cigar, but when they say it's number one and it's not number one in your book, you're like, oh, cigar stuff.
Fuck that. And then from there, it kind of puts a bad taste in your mouth to try anything else from their brand.
Yeah.
It's one, and then on top of that, like anything new, you're you're expecting that number one cigar of the year everything to come out with.
Yeah.
And then on top, it's double the pressure because it got it 2 years in a row, and you never hear of anything getting cigar of the year 2 years in a row.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. I just try not to even bother with that anymore.
now you can't because like anybody that's into cigars knows that it's kind of it's pay to play when it comes to those magazines.
Yeah.
So
Oh, they got the big pull out advertisement. Look, the number
exactly,
one.
exactly. So
Or at least they're in the top 10. But yeah.
exactly, yeah. Well, you know what? Like I feel like if you're in the top 10, the pressure's not as bad. But if you're in the top 5, then it's like fuck. Like people are like, oh, this cigar has to be fucking money. So
No, I agree. Because that's how, like, when I went in to this early on looking at stuff, it was like, oh, Olmec number one, Melanio Serie V number one. You know what I mean? EP Korea number one. So try all these number one cigars, and it's like, oh, you know what I mean? But then again, I could also say like I smoked the Olmec Maduro the first time. Fuck, hated it. I hated it. Absolutely hated it. I smoked it again like a year later. Loved it. Why?
yeah, you know what?
Palate evolution, age. I don't know. I don't know what it is.
It could be age. I think that's age because like a lot of cigars get rushed out, so they just need time to kind of really just sit. You know, and also too, it could be your mindset where it's like at that moment it's just hitting that fucking spot.
Yeah.
It's very interesting because the Encore Black, the first time I smoked the Encore Black, it was money, and then I smoked it again, and it didn't hit the same. I went back to it again, it didn't hit the same. So we just got those back in the shop now, so I'm gonna buy another one, and maybe I needed to step away from it for a second, and then come back to it.
Yeah, I
So
had the black one time and one time only, and it was incredible.
yeah,
It was very
like
good.
the first time I had it, I was like, yo, this is fire. And then it kind of the second time I had it, and maybe because I was expecting that same result and that same mind blowing experience, and you know could have been something I ate before I got there, but it hit the same the second time. But like here's it like the Andalusian Bull. I think the one thing with that is it's rare. It's a rare novelty kind of cigar. So it's not something that's mass produced that you can get your hands on all the time. So like and like when it first came out, the bull was 1050, and then it got cigar of the year. And also, Sanj says that people didn't recognize that it was an LFD because it didn't have the original LFD band. So it's something different. So people didn't even recognize it as being a LFD cigar. So I think the reason why the bull still has that kind of mystique to it is because it's hard to get. It's a hard find. Where you have something like the pledge, you can still get your hands on a pledge every single day. Where with a
Yeah,
bull, you'll find it, but you number one, you're gonna pay a fucking hefty price for it because
yeah, the
they're gonna
38
mark.
here.
Yeah, yeah, like because they're gonna mark it up. But it's a good chance. I think that price. I think that cigar is like $19, 18.50 MSRP.
Yeah,
So
something
you're
like
paying
that.
double for that cigar when you find it, and people are willing to pay that. You know? But LFD makes they make about 5-6 cigars that are like to me I are like money.
Have
Like
you smoked the 25th?
anniversary, yes, that was yes. And
That's
here's the
my
funny
favorite LFD.
it's it's very interesting because of the fact that a lot of people don't pick up that 25th anniversary LFD. You know,
Really?
yeah, a lot of people don't. Well, because also too, it's like $20. It's like $20 for that cigar. So a lot of people just pass over it, and they'll get a digger or just or Lennox or the what's the one with the name of the one with the red band?
I don't the I don't know unless you're talking about the double Ajero.
No, not double. It's not double hero. So that they'll get the Solus, and it's one other one. It's like a I think it starts with a V. They'll pick up that
I
one.
don't know.
Yeah, so they'll pick up like those three sell a lot. And like one of my favorite LFDs is the chisel. Love the chisel. Because it's something you can just bite, crack it open, you just pop it, and it's ready to go.
So back to like the $20 thing.
Oh well.
To me, and maybe just because I'm new to cigars and I haven't been in it for a long time, but to me, $20 seems like the new norm for a cigar. $20
Um.
price point is like the average price of a cigar. If you find
Well.
something at 15, it feels like it's a deal.
Well. Honestly, like it all like you know when you're buying in a brick and mortar, you're gonna have to pay that upcharge. So to start, you're gonna be paying $3 more for it. So but most companies are trying to get into that $20 range. Most companies are trying to get into that where they consider it extra premium.
$20 is considered extra premium. Yeah,
Yeah,
see, that's where like I thought 20 is just like normal.
not like because like like the tabernacle is the tabernacles goes from 1150 to 1350. Then if you're going for almanac, the largest size of almanac is $18. And then like the Pasquale is $13.
Okay.
But then if you want something, if you want the extra premium kind from Foundation, you'll be paying $40 and you'll be paying 33.
Yeah.
So like everybody is trying to come out with that rare, limited, ultra premium cigar. And that's pretty much every company now because like Pete Johnson comes out with the Monster series. But the Monster series is still only around $13.
Okay.
Yeah, and but he does have stuff like the Escasios, which some of them in my shop are like $21. So but even Placencia, like like if you certain smoke certain Placencias, it's gonna hit you, you know it's gonna hit you for $25. But if you're going for the 151, the 151 is 13.50.
Yeah, no, you're right. The reserve original is like $9.
Yeah.
So
So and then you have but Crown Head has their own, they what they consider ultra premium, which is that fuck the
Lavareda.
uh, yes, and that one right there, MSRP for the biggest size will cost you 18. But
Have you
if you're going
smoked the
to BM,
Lavareda?
when it first came out, yeah,
What'd you
I
think of
enjoyed
it?
it. I
Okay,
enjoyed it.
I think
You
that
know,
cigar gets a lot of mixed reviews. I think that's an incredible cigar.
yeah,
So
I enjoyed that. I enjoyed it a lot. I also enjoyed the I did, but I didn't enjoy the latest two, the Cornettas. I didn't enjoy those ones at all.
I haven't tried those yet.
Yeah, like the Habano is better than the Maduro, but the problem is when you're coming out with hits like that, and then you're coming out with when you come out with that, it's like fuck, it's like damn. So it's one of those things, and then like another like I'm trying I'm always going through the Rolodex of like what's new that comes to the shop, but at the same time, it's a lot of stuff that I don't get my hands on because it's not in the shop.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm in like the same boat. Like I don't really. I went through this phase of just like blind buying a bunch of shit off the internet to like try
Mm-hmm.
it. And
Mm-hmm.
now it's like, unless I really know what it is and I can get a really good deal, I buy it on the internet. If not, it's whatever the brick and mortars have.
Yeah, Mike. I don't
So
think
I'm not too
anybody.
up on new shit.
Yeah, like I don't think anybody digs the cornetas at all. Like, kind of, you know, it's one of those things where but everybody has misses. You
True.
know, it's one of those things where it's like if you can't shoot 100 for 100. So
No, you can't make everybody happy.
exactly, and I always go back to certain people say, well, I don't smoke that brand. I think that whole brand sucks, and I go, nah, I think there's gonna be at least one or two in that line that will fucking suit your palate. You know, like like Luciano, like it was a few I didn't like at first, but then just smoking through that whole line, I'm like, damn, this is good. This is good. This isn't bad. Like at like you just gotta find you're always gonna find one or two that's gonna make your that could make your rotation.
No, I mean that's fair. Like I know like Alec Bradley has like a big stigma to them, but um I've smoked what is the Black Market. I think that's a Plasencia cigar. I enjoy
Yeah,
that cigar. The
yeah,
Gatekeeper, I enjoy that cigar. The Prensado, when it performs, that's a really good cigar, but most often you have issues with it. But like, what about like, does Gurkha ever make a cigar where people are like, that's good, right? Like, where's the one, like
that's the,
if
you
we're
know what?
talking shit brands, like
Yeah,
Gurkha is
yeah,
probably number one shit brand, right?
yeah. You're right. Gurkha is You know what? It's crazy because like people that like Gurkha, they fucking ride for fucking Gurkha. You're like, damn, like how do you like that? But you know, like the Revenant wasn't too bad. The Revenant was decent, and the let's see, like I like the Revenant from Gurkha, and the know what? I had a Beauty, but I got this one from Thompson, and I had a Gurkha Beauty, and I was like, yo, this is not fucking bad from Gurkha. Like I'm like, yo, this is actually smoking pretty fucking good. It's actually not bad. So like I would say the Revenant and the Beauty to me would probably be two that I would go to for Gurkha.
I think when it comes to like stigma brands like that, like Gurkha and Alec Bradley, to
Mm.
have that negative stigma to them,
Yeah.
I think the reason why, or at least for me, it's always been construction issues.
Yeah.
Like I've
Yes.
smoked three
Yes.
Gurkhas, two of
Yeah.
them performed like shit. So it's like, oh, this is why everybody hates on Gurkha. And then the Year of the Dragon was tolerable. I wouldn't pay $20-something for it though, but it was tolerable. And Alec Bradley's the same thing. Like, it's either has issues or it's not bad. But I don't think any of those brands that I have smoked yet have put out anything like absolutely stellar, though, in my opinion.
You know, it's very interesting that you say that when it comes to, like, especially like Alec, like they put out so many cigars, and it just makes you wonder, like, what, like, you guys, you know, they hear the rumbling about their construction issues, but they refuse to fix it.
Right.
You know, it's like it's you know, the magic toast.
Hate that fucking cigar.
Jonathan says that the Royal
Courtesan?
Yeah.
What's MSRP on that cigar though? That's what I want. What's like that's where it becomes like a hard pill to swallow. Like, if you want me to spend $25 on a Gurkha, like, it's got to be, you know what I mean? Like, I was regretting buying the Year of the Dragon before I even purchased it. I'm like, why am I doing this?
Yeah.
Why am I doing this? But I'm going to do it. So 1.3 million. I'll try it next year, maybe.
Exactly. Yeah. You know, it's one of those, and like, you know, the saying, a sucker is born every day. And I'm pretty sure Gurkha has fucking, he says it's a joke, but, you know, there's a sucker born every day, and Gurkha is known for making the most expensive cigars.
I mean, I think we're all guilty of being that sucker too at one point in our cigar journey, or whatever you want to call it. But I mean, I've definitely been duped into buying 5 packs of the Magic Toast because somebody told me it was going to taste like graham cracker. You know?
Yeah.
Like, oh, okay.
You know what? I here's, like, you know, back when I first started smoking cigars, I was on Cigar Bid, fucking thinking I'm getting a good deal buying a 5-pack for $10, and not seeing that this shit is garbage.
Yep.
Like, the only brand that I can say that make that I can literally go to all the time, that I know that I can go on Cigar Bid and get for like under $15 is the 5 Vegas. Like, I know I've
like, seen those, but I've never smoked one.
You know what? They're not bad. To me, they're not bad to me.
My go-to cigar is the New World. I can buy New World Oscaros for under, like, right around $4.50 a stick when I buy them by the box.
Wow, yeah.
You know, for that you can't beat it.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. That cigar is definitely worth like triple what I paid for it. So every time I smoke one of them, I'm never disappointed.
I love the New World Cameroon.
Yep.
New World Cameroon is always a go-to. Like, I know when I pick that cigar up exactly what I'm getting, and I know for a fact I'm getting a fire smoke from it.
Yeah, they're on sale right now. I think the 5-pack for, I think it's $25 or $23.
Can't beat that for that cigar.
Yeah.
Like, you know what? And you know, when I'm in New York, and like me and Brian go out, we'll go to the Monte Cristo. Like, you know, it's $17 there. But
that's because you're like there and it's New York, though, right?
Yeah, exactly. Because yeah, you know, you're paying that 75% tax that just fucking gives you that body shot.
That's unreal, man.
Yeah, it's crazy. So, you know, you're paying $17.50, and I'm like, all right, you know what? And honestly, it's one of the cheaper sticks you can buy that they have in their humidor, and you're getting something decent, like Brian put me on to the Upman Banker, and you know, I'm not the biggest fan of General, but you know, the Banker was when I was like, all right, you know, this something I can smoke every day.
So that cigar is also, I have like I'm about to like place an order tonight, so I'm just kind of filling up the cart. They got 5 packs of the Banker for $25.
Yeah, I would definitely say go for it.
Okay, because I've never smoked that cigar yet, and I've been kind of wanting to try it, and I can't find it locally.
Yeah, the bankers a good smoke. Really? So like how far are you from the cathedral?
Grand Cathedral, like right now, 30 minutes because there's no
Okay.
traffic.
Yeah, I'm up. Like my son is about the same because he's over in I think they call it Citrix Park.
So yeah,
Yes,
yeah,
he's over there in that area.
he's very close then.
Yeah,
Yeah, but
so
no, Grand Cathedral. Have you been to Grand Cathedral?
yeah, last time like I fucked up and I didn't see a message and I was like pissed off. Like I checked fucking Discord next day and I'm like fuck, because I met up with have you ever seen like Denny Nipper like in chats or on or like on in Discord? I met up with Danny. He drove from he drove like an hour and a half to get down there, and we went to the Grand Cathedral.
Yeah, Grand Cathedral's nice. I have issues with one of the guys there every time I go, but it's a nice
Yeah.
place.
Hmm. Like, I've still never been to Ybor City.
Me neither. Four
Really?
cigars. Yeah, and I'm like, it's
Yeah, like
I don't
right
know
there.
what. All the guys that I smoke with, like, oh, we need to go to Ybor. And it's like, all right, let's go, and we never go.
Mm.
So MC Cigar and Valrico out there. Okay.
Like there's one on the other, like where my son used to live at. There was a cigar shop, but they had a humongous pipe tobacco section.
Yeah, I know who you're talking about. Damn it, I can't think of it. I've never been there, but I've actually ordered cigars online from there. Go figure.
Yeah.
They're like in Tampa, and I still order
Yes.
them online.
Yeah. Like they had a crazy pipe tobacco section. I was like, but at the time I didn't smoke pipes, and I still don't really smoke pipes like that.
I
But
haven't smoked the pipe yet, but I'm not opposed to trying it.
you know what? Like people say smoking a pipe is a whole different experience in itself because of the aroma. You know, like another podcast is called Great Pipes and Cigars, and Ronnie and those guys are humongous fucking pipe guys. Actually, I think what what's Ronnie's cousin's names? It's to and their name fucking and it's simple as their name slipped me, but they're based down in Tampa as well, and they're like really big in the pipe.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind trying pipes because I hear like I've talked to other guys that smoke pipes, and it's more of a it's like almost like more like ritualistic. Like
Mm-hmm.
there's more procedure into smoking a pipe. There's a little bit more of like a sit down with it, the way that you pack it and tamp
Yep.
it and light it, and all these little tiny idiosyncrasies that kind of make it a little more special than cigars.
Yeah,
So
and the aroma that comes off of it too.
yeah, so I wouldn't be opposed to cigars as long as that aroma doesn't come in the line of infused. I don't
Mm.
know if I want to smoke infused tobacco, but like pipe tobacco is what they call it, steeped or something.
Yeah, steeped. Yeah, because like it like every single one has like different flavors. But like I hear that Davidoff has like the best pipe tobacco out of everybody.
I
You
wouldn't
know,
be shocked if they did. Yeah,
skinny money bust out the pipe in the wintertime.
I think I'm gonna try that. I think this winter I'm gonna try a pipe, and I'll get with the guys and see like what. I don't want to go like crazy gung ho in it either. Though, like I don't want to spend like $1,000 for a fucking pipe or whatever like
Yeah.
that. But I also
You know
don't want
what?
to buy like some piece
I
of
went
shit either.
I went and bought a $20 pipe from one of the fucking weed shops. They were selling pipes, and I was like, "Fuck it! Like, let me try this." And I bought, and I didn't know at the time, but it's shitty tobacco. It's called Captain Jack, and that was like my first experience in the pipes. But it came off and gave an amazing aroma.
Yeah, I think this winter I'm I'm gonna try pipes. I'm gonna talk to my buddy Nick. He smokes pipes, and I know Peter dabbles in the pipes a little bit. So
Yeah, like back in the day, Sanj was saying back in the early 2000s, he used to sell his own pipe tobacco.
no shit, I didn't know
Yeah,
that.
yeah, nice. Oh man, it's nice. He said Skinny Money says he says I have 6 of them.
Smoke a couple bowls
Oh
every
yeah,
day. I
nice.
hear it's like a really good bang for your buck too. Like
Yeah.
pipe tobacco, dollar per hour of enjoyment or like that is very very affordable.
Mm-hmm.
Even when you get into the premium stuff.
Yeah.
Just get a corn cob. I heard that too. I heard get a corn
What?
cob. So
Really?
corn cob pipe, yeah. I heard that from other people too. Just get a corn cob pipe and try it first because they're not that expensive and they're not like plastic or whatever. I don't know. They're not
Mm-hmm.
like the cheapies that you can like find like on the internet or something. I heard the same thing.
Yeah, Tip Top. Because I know Tip Top has his own lounge. I was wondering if he dabbles in the like how's it work in his shop? Because like does he let people smoke pipes in his shop?
I would assume yes. I don't know. Can't speak for him, but I would assume yes. As long as it's not like, I mean, as long as it's not cigarettes, right? Nobody cares.
Yeah, well, so like at Sanj, like you're not in Sanj's, you're not allowed to smoke any flavored cigars.
Okay.
Yeah, like
I don't have a problem with that,
yeah.
honestly. You know what I mean?
Well, like he says that it can mess up it can kind of kill the aroma of your cigar, and it can overpower the aroma of your cigar, and it can also and it can get into your nostrils. So when you retro, you're kind of getting that fucking acid or groovy blue in your
Yep.
nose. Ah,
No, I can agree with that. So, and I'm a former deadwood smoker, so
yeah.
get it.
No, like that's how I started. I started off
Me too.
smoking flavored. Like my like and then from there I started going into more harder stuff, and then now I'm at now where like I won't even look at an acid. Like, well, I smoke if I'm at a Drew Estate event, I'll light one up, but like is it something that I would go out and pay for it? No. If it's
I
given to
mean
me,
that. Well, I was just
that's
saying that deadwood leather rose. I've smoked
mm,
boxes of them,
wow,
and
yeah,
I tried revisiting it. Couldn't do it.
yeah,
Couldn't do it. I couldn't believe it either. Too like it was my number one cigar for months. Like it's all I smoked
yeah,
because it was the most tolerable for me at that
yeah.
particular moment. And then I tried it again, and I couldn't stand it. It's
You
so
know,
weird.
like it's crazy because with the acid, I feel like I know this is probably like you know a hood, but like back in the day we used to have chew sticks, and a chew stick they would dip it in oils, and you would just chew on a stick, and it would taste like cherry or vanilla, like that's to me that's what an acid tastes like, a fucking chew stick.
I've never had a chew stick. Honestly, I don't even know what it is, but
Now they sell them in the Muslim shops, like the black Muslim shops. So like if I was in Harlem, or like if I was in the next town over in Mount Vernon, they would sell them there, and it would be like $3-4. Actually, yo, that's no what's yeah, that's crazy because like 3 years ago, I was up in Harlem, and I went to pick up some incense, and I seen chew sticks, and I was like, should I go and revisit that? And I was like, no, fuck no. I
yeah, I don't think I can ever smoke an infused cigar again.
Yeah, you
And I
know
don't
what?
mean that to sound douchey or anything like that. It's just not for me anymore.
Yeah.
I think it's
How
a
do you
stepping
feel?
stone.
Yeah. How do you feel about the soccer stuff?
I mean, I'm not too versed in soccer like Peter is,
Hmm.
but I like a fair amount of the soccer stuff.
Well, the
Um,
what I think it's
what's
called
the one
the
that
ship.
allegedly has a sweetened tip? Because I don't think I had
Oh,
that one.
that's the brulee blue.
Oh, I've had the Brulee Blue. I thought the Stillwell Star or something like that.
Yeah, the Stillwell Star is supposed to have that's supposed to have pipe tobacco in it.
Oh, okay. So that's like
Yeah,
a steep cigar or something. All right, I've
yeah.
never had that. I've had the Brulee Blue and the Brulee. I thought they were very good. And they do, one of them did seem to have like a very honey sweet, like cold draw, like tip to it. I
So
just thought that was the tobacco.
but think about this. You can dip it in honey, and it would still be considered natural
True.
honey's natural, it's not infused. Oh, you got the big boy. Okay.
That's good. Yeah, I've had, I think I've only smoked red, love, and passion in a couple different Vitolas. I've never had the
Okay.
black yet.
How do you feel about the love and passion?
Um, I'm trying to think because I smoked them a while ago and I just kind of let them sit.
Yeah, yeah.
I smoked. I think I smoked the Lancero and the Toro, and I normally I really like Lanceros, but I think I like the Toro much better in the Love and Passion.
The the
It
the,
was
the
just a
five.
much sweeter cigar.
Yeah, to me, my favorite size net is Robusto. Like if I had to choose one, like when I went to the shop earlier, and the first cigar I picked up was the Robusto because we're out of Cameroon. So the first thing I saw, I was like, "Fuck, let me just go get my baby."
Man, this thing's actually surprisingly really good at initial light up.
Mm,
What's
yeah.
MSRP on this? Do you know?
That one is 12.
12?
So it's 10, 11. Yeah, so it's 10, 11, and 12. So the Robustos, they're both 10, the 54 or the 50. They're both sorry, the 54 is 1050. Then the Toro is 11 and that was 12.
And this is called the SP10 Black.
Yes. Rest in peace, Hub. Chew stick. Yeah, see, skinny money, no man. Chew sticks, man. Chew sticks, man. I haven't had one. I have had one in forever.
No bullshit, man. This cigar's really fucking good.
Yeah,
I'm not trying. I'm shocked. I really am.
like I had a black one. I had a black on Friday. I had the Robusto on Friday, and like lighten it up. And that's one of those cigars. Like I have to take my time with. I have to smoke it slow. If I smoke it fast, it'll put me on my ass.
Okay.
Just because, and I think it might just be a barrel age thing. When it comes to like barrel aged tobacco, like that shit just fucking knocks me out. So
This
like
is
so when I
barrel. I would
smoke,
say it
so
has some kind of
yeah,
cask nuance to
yeah,
it.
yeah. So that one is it's a 5-year barrel aged wrapper. Oh
Oh man, I'm actually really digging this one. I don't know why I didn't smoke this earlier.
yeah,
Like I said, I just had these sitting. They were just kind of sitting at the humidor, just aging. I think I've had it for maybe 6 months in there.
yeah. You know what? Like it's definitely one that like that right there is probably my Friday cigar because like I can go to it and I actually have the time to actually like sit there and smoke, and especially on in that size right there would take me like 2 hours, hour and a half, 2 hours to smoke. And I'm normally a fast smoker. I'm actually surprised that this one is lasting so fucking long. Like this one right here already lasted me over an hour, and I'm only at the fucking first third of it, which is kind of crazy.
Now, can I buy this in like 5 packs, or do I have to buy the whole sampler?
You buy it in 5 packs. Yeah, and we got plenty. Don't worry. When I come down in January, I'll bring some down for you as well.
All right, man. Appreciate it. Yeah, we're definitely have to get together.
Yeah,
so we'll plan ahead a little bit.
Oh yeah.
Figure it out.
Oh yeah.
But I'm down to go anywhere. Don't matter.
Let's say he's gonna be in White Plains. Nah, I thought because Skinny Money's going to an event in Greenwich. So I'm trying to find a way to actually get up there to meet my boy, but because like where I grew up 10 minutes from Greenwich. Because like New Rochelle is like right on the border of Connecticut. So like that's why whenever I talk to Felipe, I'm always talking about doing a delight, because when I was younger, our home games for my rugby team used to be in Stamford, Connecticut. So every Saturday I'll be in Stamford, fucking a 19-year-old kid go from a rugby game, get my boy's ID, and fucking sneak into the bar, fucking partying at fucking Black Bear, and then but what we also do is we would just sit there because like the after game drink, we call it a drink up, would be at the bar, so we wouldn't leave. So we would just sit there until like 7 o'clock, and then we were good for the rest of the night, and we would be there until like 3 a.m. Just fucking. I didn't drink beer, so I didn't drink at all. So I would just be there, just fucking chilling.
Yeah, I actually don't. I don't drink at all for no particular reason other than I just don't acquire a taste for it. But like, so back to like how I started smoking cigars. I play poker, and a guy that I would play poker with regularly. We weren't as close as friends as we are now. So cigars have definitely brought us to the point where we're like best friends.
Yeah.
But he was like, "Hey, I noticed you don't drink when you play." And I said, "I don't drink at all." I said, "For no reason." And I said, "But I've always wanted to just kind of like drink bourbon and smoke cigars. But I can't acquire that taste for bourbon." He goes, "Oh, you don't need alcohol to smoke cigars." And we just started smoking cigars. So, but bourbon's kind of one of those things I've always wanted to get into, but I just I can't get the palate for it. I've tried it. I don't like it.
You just gotta slowly start with the lighter stuff, with the stuff that doesn't have such a high alcohol level, something that's around like 40% alcohol, and then from there just work your way up. And also, and then on top of that, when you do it, you put some ice cubes in it to dilute it more, because because the thing that might make you uncomfortable is probably that burn.
I was just going to say, it's that warm sensation that you get,
that warm heat
all the way down to your stomach.
Yep.
But I guess some people actually, that's what they really enjoy about it,
Yeah.
But yeah, for me, I don't like that burn in the back of the throat.
Zulu Warrior. Oh, you want his speaking of fucking Zulu, fucking. So what we used to do when a person scored their first try in rugby, they call it a Zulu run. You have to go off all your fucking clothes and run around the whole fucking field. Yep. Or they would kick the ball, and you would have to fucking run ass naked to the ball, bring it back, and then you can fucking put your clothes on that after you score. Like I got out of it because I was like no, like I was like nah, I scored in high school, like this is not my first ever try. Nope. Man, we used to do some wild shit back in the day.
I think we all did.
Yeah, we did. Yeah.
Maybe not, but yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely a lot more fun in our younger years. Versus settling down now. And I mean, now you have to like suffer for your consequences. Whereas when you were young, you just kind of don't do that, You get in trouble with the police, and it's just like, or at least when I would get in trouble as a kid with the police, it was your parents would come and pick you up, and that was like the, oh shit, you know what I mean? Like
Ah,
Sure, it's a little bit different today.
so Jonathan just said that he said the soft red wheat. It says it's a smooth whiskey. You know, like I would like I would definitely go and try to get something um and then just fucking dab a little, take a little bit of water to open it up, and then just put an ice cube in it, and that would water it down, and that burn wouldn't be so bad. Or what you do is, and this is what I do when I fucking sip, I'll fucking take a sip, and right after just chase it with some water. It'll take that burn right out.
Okay, that was my next
Yeah,
question. Like, can you chase
yeah.
can
Oh
you
yeah,
mix
yeah.
stuff?
Like yeah, you know what, yeah, you can always mix stuff, like I'm a big rum person, so like when it comes to rum, I got my bottle of like a bamboo right here, like with rum, you know you can mix it with juice, and you don't even fucking taste it.
Okay.
Don't even taste it. Next thing you know, you're fucking staggering everywhere. So
Yeah, I've had like it's not man, you got to forgive me because I don't know too much on alcohol, but what it's kind of like champagne, but it's not champagne. I forget what they call it.
or rose.
No, damn it. Maybe I'm just thinking the wrong thing, but it's like it feels like it's champagne. It's like bubbly, it's sparkly. It looks like a light shade of prosecco or something.
Oh, percent, yeah, yep, yeah,
Okay,
but
so like
prosecco's
I've
the one.
so
Yeah,
what is prosecco? Is
yep.
that champagne or no?
Oh no,
Is that a
that
sparkling wine?
that's sparkling wine.
Okay. So
Yeah,
I've
but
had that with like a cigar and I could tolerate that. You know what I
mm,
mean? Like that
mhm.
was kind of okay. So I've been trying to like dabble in with like certain like spirits and stuff like that while I smoke cigars, but I ultimately just come back to my white monsters. I don't know why.
Yeah. Listen, that's your go-to, man. Everybody has their go-to.
Yes. Yeah.
Like for me, like this is my first time having that cigar. So for first time I have a cigar, I have with water, and then after that, after that, then I'll have it with whatever I want to have. If I want to have with a fucking Coke or whatever, you know. But the first time around, when I have a cigar, I'll always have with water.
I like how you say it too, Wooder. Like that's
Yeah,
it
well,
took me a
yeah,
long time to transition from saying Wooder to water because in
water. Yeah,
Florida they don't say
water.
Wooder. They're like,
Yeah,
what?
yeah.
And it I would finally get to like where I could say like water. But then
Mm-hmm.
when I like go back home or talk to like family or shit, the whole accent and everything's come back out and it's like Woodard.
Yeah, because you're where in South Jersey are you from?
I'm from a small town called Absecon, but it's literally 5 minutes from AC.
Okay,
Yeah.
dude, AC is rough.
Now it is, yeah.
Yeah, AC is rough.
Yeah.
You know?
I mean,
Like,
it's kind of always been like a shithole. You know, when
yeah.
you roll in, it smells like piss and garbage.
Mm-hmm.
But now it's just like a true shithole.
Uh-huh.
So, like, I miss old AC.
Yeah.
You know, when it was enjoyable. Now
You, you know,
Lansing sucks.
Skinny man. You know what I love that mall you have in Cherry Hill. Like my spot used to be that the Maggiano's you guys have there. Don't kill me, all right? Don't kill me, Skinny, all right? I know that's not authentic, real fucking Italian food, but fucking Maggiano's is for a fucking chain restaurant. That's my spot.
Yeah, when we wanted to be like fancy and go like school shopping when I was a
Yeah,
kid, we go to Cherry Hill Mall instead of like
yeah,
Boscov, some shit, you
yeah.
know? Like if mom had like a little extra money or whatever like that, and hey, let's go to Cherry Hill Mall. Like that was
Mhm.
the special occasion for us to go to Cherry Hill.
Mhm.
So,
Man, growing up, like for us, like we would go to like Fordham Road in the Bronx, or we would go to like, and not until we were older, but we would go to fucking 28th Street and get all, and not knowing that's where all the fake shit is at. So we're over here thinking that we got fucking Fat Farm and fucking all this exclusive shit. And you go to school and you're like, yo, why is my letters bigger than his? Like how come mine's is stitched different?
you know,
Like that was And then once you got older, you're just like, nah, like the only time I'm going to 28th Street is for my fucking white tees because I can get them wholesale. So I would go there, get my fucking t-shirts, underwear. I still fucking do. I still go to fucking like I still like for my merch for the hats. That's where I go to now. Like I have a spot, down on 28th Street, well 29th Street, and he sells good fucking hats there. It's a Chinese guy makes fucking fire hats, and I'm like, and when I come in, I'm like, yo, what you got that's new? And he'll go, over here, over there. I'm like, okay. So I'm there like once a week, so he started to recognize me now. And then on top of that, he's like seeing me wear his hats.
Yeah, when I was a kid, we would or teenager, we never really hung out in New York. New York was kind of like too far from us, or like the
Yep.
bus was too expensive to go to like New York because
Yeah.
nobody drove.
Yeah.
We would always take either the bus into Atlantic City or we'd hop on the Amtrak
Yeah.
to Philly.
Yeah.
Like that's what we did. So we'd
Yeah.
cut school and go to Philly.
Dude, now did you ever go to the shore and fucking party at the shore?
Like our shore, yeah. Like
No,
like
no, no, like nah, like the other on the other side on the other side
no.
of the shore, over by like Tom's River, shit like that.
No. If we ever went into like Tom's River or like we would either party in Philly, we'd party at Stockton College while we're in high school. We used to go to college parties, or we'd go to AC and sneak into all the shows. So like in Atlantic City, when they used to have concerts and shit, you need a ticket to get in, and then when you come back out to like smoke a cigarette or whatever like that, they'd give you a bracelet to get back in.
Yeah.
So we'd get one ticket, and we'd have a buddy go in, get a bracelet, come out, and then hand us the ticket stub, go in, try to get back in with the stub, and they're like, no, where's your bracelet? Like, bro, I didn't get a bracelet. I just walked, here's my stub. Like, well, you need this. We're like, okay. We get the bracelet, go back out, give the stub to the other guy. He'd go in a different entrance. We'd all get our bracelets and shit. But
nice.
If we were going to like Tom's River or like Tuckerton and shit, we always had like those woods parties. They're like bunch of people in the woods, giant bonfire. You know what I mean? That's what we were doing out there.
So Skinny, how was it for you back in the day, man? Did you drive to the shore back in the day? Fucking like I used to work at a club called Pasha back in the day. I worked there for like a year, and
Where was that
at? In Manhattan.
Okay.
So like it was like this huge fucking house music fucking club, and basically I was a fucking babysitter. Like I was a bouncer, so I'm there breaking up fights, carrying fucking people out. That's overdosing, fucking. Chicks are trying to leave with a dude, and their friend is like, their friends are trying to get her to stay, and we're like, yo, just get her number and get her on another fucking day. Like, you live in Brooklyn, she lives all the way in fucking West Bumblefuck, Long Island. Like, you go this way, she go that way. Call it like that, like I used to fucking carry out so many fucking doctors and lawyers.
Damn.
Yeah. Like, man, it was fucking wild. Like, we had one area we called it Chinatown, and in that one, and like the madam would bring her girls in. They had their area. We knew nobody's allowed to talk. You can't talk to them. If we see anybody talking to them, we tell the guy get the fuck up out of there. Because we would go up and be like you don't want to fucking go up and have to deal with the fucking with the Chinese mafia coming up in here fucking looking for you. So yeah, it was fun. We used to have fucking David Guetta come in, and mind you, when David Guetta would come, now this is back in like 2010. It would be $100 at the door, and we would stuff 5,000 people in that fucking club.
Holy shit.
Yo, like, then we had this one other guy named Elvis, and then on certain nights we would have fucking like the like certain DJs were like centered towards the gay crowd, and like we would get the briefing beforehand. Like after a while, I picked up on what to expect, but like we knew it was an easy night that night because there would be no fights. We knew there'd be no fights, but we would have to just fucking carry them out, fucking you know, or fucking if you had to work the bathrooms, you were in trouble. You know, because like you would have to literally go and check the fucking stalls every fucking 10 minutes. You know, like we had one guy, he was up in there making money. He was in there making fucking money. He would go up in the stall, fucking we would have to be like one dude caught him, fucking threw him out, and from then on, like we was like, yo, like make sure you keep your eye on him. Like it will go through the radio, yo, homeboy's back. Make sure you keep your eye on the fucking bathroom stalls. Man, yo, listen, man, fucking pop, yo, we would be there from fucking 10 o'clock to like 12 o'clock Sunday. So on Saturday nights, we would be there. We would be there from fucking 10 to 12. Then
Jeez,
on Fridays, we wouldn't leave there until like on Friday nights we wouldn't leave till like 8.
damn.
Yeah, like and like once the lease was up, the neighbors were like, nope, when like you're shut down, and that place is still empty. Like they would like the owner there had to be fucking killing it off. Yeah, fucking David Guetta was a fucking bad dude. And mind you, he will only be his whole set was maybe an hour and a half that he'll be playing. And then fucking we had him, we had Daft Punk come in one night. They were like fucking the door was like 150,
Damn.
and the fire department would come. We would fuck the owner would go up and fucking take care of him. You know, like we had him, we had fucking Bob Sinclair came there and fucking like all these house music do all they do is fucking they go and they fucking DJ. Like I had no idea who these dudes were until I started working there. Like then I'm trying to think of fucking Will I Am came and fucking DJ'd one night. It was $100 at the door, and we're talking about fucking 5,000 people. You
Was this
know,
when like Will I Am was
with the
popular or before?
no, this is when he was fucking when the Black Eyed Peas was popping.
Holy shit!
Yeah, like you could like that place used to be insane. Like he had to be making every night at least 50 clean
Damn.
every night. You know, then on top of that, you gotta remember too, it's all cash. You can't use a fucking card to get in there. So
Oh
like
yeah.
you have to go with $100 cash to get in. Yeah, man. That was, and then like I used to work the VIP, and they will fucking go up and hit me with 200. Yo, let me in with this chick. Yo, you know what to do. They'll fucking give me 200. Yo, go ahead. You good to go. I would leave there probably out every night. I would probably leave there with around $300 cash. Like if we used to go and fucking throw somebody out, we would be like, yo, we got this on you. We'll find people with K2. This when K2 was popping. You know, we would find people with K2, and we'd be like, yeah, we'll take the drugs and be like, yo, all right, well, you gotta pay me 50, you gotta pay my man 50. And be like, how much cash you got on you? We'll take him to the back and shake him down. How much cash you got on you? Okay. Like he'd be like, oh, I only got 75. All right, cool. And with me and my boy, we split it up. We'll take the drugs, throw the drugs out, and fucking let them back in.
There you go.
Yeah, fucking man, fucking what, yo,
Shit was so much fun back then.
yo, it was wild. Like I remember one time, like 5 security guards beat up this one fucking dude. Like beat him like, and he was a firefighter. Beat him like he stole something, and fucking beat him up, and then threw him to the side. Then threw him to the side of the road. Fucking, and all you see is them fucking take their shirt off, put their regular shirt back on, and they fucking out. And they're gone for like 3 weeks. till the coast is clear. Then they come back to work. Damn, like that was fucking good
Young
time.
again, man.
Yeah,
But,
yeah. So when did you move to Tampa?
so, oh man, kind of a funny story. So when I wrapped up high school in '96, I went to Apsagami, Galloway Township, South Jersey. I kind of fucked up my last week of school, um, trying to be like funny and shit. So we had like gym or phys ed,
Yeah,
whatever you want to call it. We just call it gym. So you need 4 years of gym to graduate.
yeah,
You
yeah.
don't fail gym. Like to fail gym, you have to be like a fucking idiot. So I was fine until the last day of gym. We were doing archery. So I thought it'd be funny to shoot an arrow straight up in the air and make everybody run. These aren't real arrows. They're just flat tipped. Like you shot them in the hay barrels. Like nobody's going to die.
Yeah.
So I shot it up in the air, thought it'd be funny, and everybody scattered and panicked and shit. But what I didn't realize is that the arrows were all color coded, marked. So they knew it was mine. So they failed me for the whole fucking year.
That's
So I
wild.
couldn't graduate. So I had to go to summer school. And the only summer, my school didn't offer summer school. So it was either Pleasantville High, which, no, okay. I wasn't going to Pleasantville High. My grandmother lived here, and there was eligibility for me to use her address and do summer school in Florida. So I did
Okay.
summer school in Florida for gym. So I did gym in summer school, which you don't do anything. You just show up.
Yeah.
So I had to do that in order to graduate, and I never left.
Wow. And so
I
like,
just hung out in Florida.
and what got you into like mechanics?
My first car was a 1970 Chevy Nova, and I just wanted to learn to like. I loved it. I just wanted to learn how to work on it. So I had a buddy that knew car stuff, or at the time I thought he knew car stuff. You know, like he was the guy you went to. But I ended up getting a job at a Chevy dealership thinking I'm going to work on like old school Novas and Chevelles and Monte Carlos and all of this. And it turned out to just be like Lumina vans and 4-door new Malibus and nothing fun. But I actually just kind of, it clicked with me. It was something that I just picked up very easily, and I moved very quickly through the ranks. And then ultimately I got picked up by a guy that ran a machine shop building engines. He snagged me and said, come work for me. He offered me a huge sign-on bonus, incentives, cash, to just basically leave and go build engines for him. I went to his establishment. Within 2 months, I was running that place for him. And I was like, I could do this by myself. So I did.
Yeah.
And that's what I did.
So like, how do you feel about like those shows on fucking Speed Network, like the Grease Monkey guys?
So I like the Gas Monkey Garage or whatever.
Yeah.
I never really watched those shows. I'm sure it's scripted. It has to be. You know what I mean? And I'm sure like when you hear about it now, even like who are the motorcycle guys? The Tuttles or whatever.
Yeah.
I heard like their product is actually not that quality.
Wow.
Like a lot of these, like who is the Pimp My Ride guys? Like apparently they put out a lot of junk. And they still do, allegedly. I don't know. I don't know these guys. But I feel like a lot of those TV shows are just heavily scripted, and you know, it's not authentic. You know what I mean? Like you can't build some of these builds they're doing and put out a quality product in 2 weeks. You know what I mean? Like you just can't. Or maybe they can, and I'm just not that good. But I can't put out a quality product like that in 2 weeks.
So like, what was your favorite like rebuild like that you did for a car?
They would have to be all my personal cars. So one of the last cars that I built for myself, probably I thought was going to be like my last like race car, but I think I'm going to build another one with my son. The last car I built was a nitrous fed Trans Am, and I built that car. Took me about a year. I loved it, and I was at a red light. And some guy offered to buy it, and I told him no. We exchanged information, you know, and he ended up just hit me up with all these different offers till I finally caved and like sold it to him. But I love it. It's fun.
You know what? You know what was crazy? Like my best friend, he's deep in the cars, so he used to go up and fucking have a hatchback. And back in the day, we used to go to fucking Hunts Point. So like we would go to Hunts Point, Zariga Ave, and then it was one other spot. So we would just go in circles, to find races until the cops came. And
You
fucking
can't do that shit anymore either. Like, or at least not in Florida. Like, it used to be like you could run. We used to when they were building the Suncoast here, because you always want to like run on concrete versus like asphalt.
yeah,
So when they would build the overpasses, those were all concrete. So we
yeah,
would take when they were building that highway or that parkway or expressway, we would go up there late at night and we would take their floor like their barricades.
yeah.
We would go up the on ramp and then barricade everything off like it was closed, and we would just go up there at night just doing passes and shit. And if the
Wow.
cops showed up, all they do is be like, "Hey, get the fuck out of here."
Yeah.
Now they arrest you, they take your car, and
Yep.
you get felonies for this shit. You know what I mean? Like you can't. Like Tampa's wild now. Like in the car scene, you can't even get into racing because now it's all like these takeovers and shit.
Yeah. Yeah.
You
Those
know,
are fucking wild.
so it's almost impossible. And the cops, they're not having it, man. If you're racing now, like you lose your car, you lose your license. I mean, I lost my license for 10 years.
What shit, Johnny?
Yeah, I
That's
lost
fucking
and I
crazy.
drove those 10 years too.
Of
So
course,
and I
of
got
course.
pulled over and stopped and all this shit. But I lost my license for 10 years for running from state troopers.
Oh wow.
So yeah, they got me with the helicopter and the fucking barricade. So I just tried to pretend like I didn't know because I blew past them like at like 150. I don't know, just
Mm,
blew past them. So I'm like, I'm not gonna stop. I'm just gonna like I'm gonna hit my exit. So I
yeah.
was going for the State Road 54 exit, and I was like, man, 52 is like 2 miles down the road. Like I'll get there. Like I'll make it. I should have got off on 54, but I tried to make it to 52, and they were there waiting for me. And they yanked me out of the car, like knee on the neck. Like they were not happy with me at
Yeah.
all. But I got to keep the car, which was
Yeah.
good. But they took my license for 10 years and they threw me in jail for 30 days. And then I was like, I told the judge, so you fucking serious? And then they go 60. And he's like, you want to go for 90? And I shut my mouth. So I had
Yeah.
to do 60 days. Ended up only being like 35. But
Yeah.
yeah, I had to fucking sit in jail for fucking car shit. Lost my
Yeah.
license for 10 years.
That's crazy. Like the wildest shit, man. I remember one night, my boy, he had a crazy fucking girlfriend. So we're pulling in. We're coming from Washington Heights. We're coming from Washington Heights. We of course looking for chicks. We drop my man off. So we gonna go to his house for a second, grab something to eat, and then just drive around New Rochelle. We pull into the driveway. We see her fucking car just right there, like waiting. Yo, we were going like 110 up fucking North Avenue, like weaving in and out of cars, and she's fucking right behind him, fucking. And I'm thinking to myself like I'm gonna die. I'm gonna die. So like, you know, we were able to fucking, she followed us back and fucking, and we stopped, and he goes, he's like this shaking on the fucking stairwell. He goes, I love you, man. You're my fucking brother. I go, I love you too. Don't ever do that shit again. And she gets up, and of course they fucking make up. And I'm sitting here like, and the shit happened like 3 times. Fucking like going, and I'm like, yo, I'm gonna fucking die in this fucking car. And I'm thinking to myself, like, yo, I'm like, next time you're gonna fucking pull off, let me the fuck out. Cause whatever y'all fucking go through, I don't want no fucking. And mind you, he's driving a fucking '89 hatchback. Like he's driving a fucking '89 Civic, hitting 100 and fucking like 100 and fucking 20. Like he was gonna hit the fucking Nas in the fucking car if she kept up. Like it was fucking crazy.
So I had when I was my wake up call. And this is before I lost my license too. But I used to drive with like no seatbelt because I thought that was like fucking cool or something, which is, I don't know, dumb now. But I think I was like 20, and I'm daytime traffic, ripping through traffic, doing dumb 20-year-old shit or something
Yeah.
like that. I had this, what year was it? I think it was a 96 or a 97 Trans Am. I had a bunch of Trans Ams and Formulas. They were like the car that I would always buy and fuck around with. 6-speed manual transmission. And it's my first and only red one. I had a red one, and I only had it for about a week till I totaled it. And I was flying down a state road doing sub 100. I'm not sure how fast I was going, and this old lady just pulled out in front of me. And
Wow.
I clipped her trunk. Like, I was heading for her door. So I was heading for her door, and it's weird. Like, you're going so fast, and like when this shit happens, time just slows down in your brain.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And like somehow I had the reflex to like throw the car into like third gear, trying to slow it down and turn. I hit her trunk. It kicked her up in the air, like at least her back end, from what I recall. And it tore the back of her car off to where you're seeing like her back seat. And it spun her taillights at like a 70-degree angle. Like, it ripped the car in half. And I
my God.
like butter. No seatbelt, no nothing. I had a little bruise on my arm when the airbag hit it. So when the cops came, they're like, "How fast were you going?" And I'm like, "I don't know." They're like, "Well, judging by the tire marks, you're doing a minimum of 65 and a 45. And I'm like, "Then I was doing 65. And they actually made it her fault because she pulled out in front of me.
Yeah.
And at this time, I'm like, yeah, but that was like where it's like, man, none of this fucking around during the daytime. So I would fuck around at night. And, then getting arrested made me be like, all right, maybe we should try and,
yeah, slow it down a little bit.
This shit. So, yeah. Like maybe take it to the track or something like that.
No, that's the one thing. That's one thing on my bucket list is to fucking hit the track and just fucking do fucking like 2 laps and try to hit at least fucking 170 on the track.
So you've never, like, going 170 miles an hour is wild. Like, I remember the first time I broke 150. It was late at night, US 19 in Florida, and I was racing a C5 Corvette.
Wow.
And it was probably 3 a.m., 4 a.m. in the morning, no traffic. And we're just going. And we're not stopping. Like, we're just going. And as we start breaking 150 and the speedometer hits 160 and it buries out at 160, you have like those dotted white lines in the highway. Yeah. Those dotted white lines will become solid.
Yeah.
And then they start to like blur and lift off the ground. Like, you just have like this white, it's wild. It's really wild. And I remember seeing a car like a mile down the road, like pulling up to a stop sign. I'm like, God, I hope this guy doesn't pull out. And before I can even finish that thought, we were just like, poof, right past them. It was nuts. It was probably the most adrenaline filled I've ever felt in my life.
Wow.
So,
you know what? Like, it's one of those
stupid too.
Yeah. Oh, of course. Like, I just wondered when those guys are driving NASCAR because, like, they can't move their head in that car, but and the car basically like sticks to the ground.
Yeah.
Like, now, when you going that fast, did your car stick?
So going 150, as long as your suspension and your handling straight, it's not bad. Tapping the brakes at 150 is sketchy as fuck. So I remember trying to like slow down. The front end just kind of goes like, you tap the brakes, they don't like it. They're just like this. So you're like, ah, shit. So usually it's just like you either just let off and let it coast, or you'll like brake with the transmission by like downshifting, which is not the best, but at least it doesn't get the car squirrely.
Wow. So, like that, like.
But you need a lot of room. You know what I mean? You're not stopping it. If you need to stop, at least not back in the 90s or the early 2000s, cars were not equipped to like stop at like 150 safely.
Yeah. Wow.
So,
You know what? But the thing too, like, at night, especially like if you're in a rural area, the only thing, like, especially like up here, like if I'm going from here to like upstate New York, you can you can easily fucking for miles not fucking see a fucking car.
mhm.
So you can actually fucking use that shit as a fucking speedway. The
Oh
only
yeah,
thing the only thing I worry about is fucking deer.
I drove. Oh, when was it? I don't know. Early 2000s. I drove from Florida to Jersey in the winter.
Yeah.
Well, I was the only idiot heading north in the winter. So like I passed like maybe 4 dozen cars the whole trip, but I made it from Tampa to Egg Harbor Township in under 12 hours.
Do you have to be flying?
I was literally flying, and I'm in a car where like the thermostat was set at like 140,
Yeah.
so it didn't even have heat. So like I'm driving like with my hands are freezing. I don't have heat in the car. I'm like sitting on one hand driving and then switching and alternating. It was a nightmare.
Yeah,
But
I
I was
believe it.
hauling ass. But it was fun. You know what I mean? It was fun. But there was no cars. I ran into one state trooper who just kind of pointed at me and just did this. And I was like, all right, I'll slow down. It was on that DC roundabout. And he
Hmm.
was like, I made it all the way to DC before I saw my first trooper.
Dude, fuck Virginia. Virginia is the one spot you don't want to fucking speed through.
Or
Those
Georgia.
yeah, those motherfuckers will
Georgia's.
they'll pitch you and have no remorse, pulling you out of that fucking car.
So when I moved back to Florida, I bought a U-Haul because it was cheaper than renting it. So I bought this U-Haul. I paid $400 for this big ass U-Haul. The guy, I think he wanted like $1,500 or some shit like that. He was behind on his mortgage. I said, "Bro, I'll give you $400," and his wife was like, "We'll take it." So I bought this U-Haul. Still had his old tags on it. So we're driving it with no registration, no insurance from Florida to New Jersey. My license is still suspended because I lost it for 10 years. So my brother was like, I'll drive it for you. So I'm like, all right, cool, let's go. So my brother is the black sheep of the family.
Yeah,
Where like, thank God for him, otherwise it would be me. So my brother's
yeah,
definitely the black sheep of the family. So I load up this U-Haul with all my equipment and tools and shit to move to Florida, to move back to Florida, because I moved back to Jersey from Florida for a little bit. So I moved back, and my brother's driving. We make it to Georgia, and we get pulled over. And the Georgia troopers are like, "Why do you keep driving up and down this highway?" And I'm like, this is our first time here." And he's like, "No, I keep seeing this vehicle up and down the highway." I'm gonna go, "You keep seeing a U-Haul truck?" Like, no shit, there goes one now. Like, what are you talking about? So they ultimately searched the truck, and they're like, "Well, why is all this equipment brand new?" I said, "It's not." I said, "I just take care of my shit." So they get their dog, right? So of course my brother's got fucking weed on him. So the dog goes right to his bag that's in the back and lays down like this. So then my brother's like, "Fuck, sorry, bro." I'm like, "You're such a dick." So the cops are like, the troopers are like, they open it, they see it, they're like, "Fuck it." They thought we had heroin. That's what they said. They're like,
oh
"Thought you're trafficking heroin. Just get the fuck out of here." They
yeah,
left it. They left it for my brother to have. And I mean, it wasn't a large amount, but it
yeah,
was. I'm not really versed in like weed and shit, but I mean, it was enough. You know what I
yeah,
mean? Like it wasn't like recreational. So he was bringing it for our uncle-in-law or something like
yeah.
that. And he also had like hits of acid or something in a comic book that they didn't find or something like
Yeah.
that. But anyway, they let us go. No registration, no insurance, no nothing. I can't believe the Georgia cops they didn't see shit. They let us go, but they kept my brother's license and forgot to give it back to him. So we had to park at a rest stop and wait 6 hours for them to bring it back.
That's crazy.
But it was a fun trip, man. Like I
Hell
will remember that trip for the rest of my life.
hell fucking yeah.
But
Yeah.
that was definitely fun. And on my brother's Instagram, we got pictures with all the cops. They're like, "Don't get our faces in it, though." He's like, "Okay, all their faces are in it."
Yeah. That's fucking awesome. Like like on Rob's Discord, I mean on Rob's Patreon, every Saturday there's a cop. It's Cop West. He's a cop out in Oklahoma, and he always has fucking stories of fucking people on fucking PCP and fucking meth, and he goes, dude, like the only people with PCP is fucking because they're so fucking hot that he was like in the wintertime we literally have to take them and throw them into the snow
Damn.
to cool them off. Yeah, they'll just fucking melt, or their brain will just fry, which is insane.
Yeah, some
Like
fucked up shit.
oh hell, but like he was saying, like Oklahoma is like really really high, or with fucking heroin and meth. He was saying that he had to deal with this one black dude who was like 350. They said like it took like 8 of them. It was like there was like he fucked the Incredible Hulk. There's like we don't know how the fuck we got him down. He was so fucking strong. And then on top of it, he's butt naked. And mind you, it's like freezing outside. It's like the winter time. And they're like, oh, we gotta fucking deal with it again.
I don't know what happened. I don't know if I cut out or not. I don't
No,
know
no,
if
no.
I lost Wi-Fi.
No, yeah, you froze for a second.
Okay. Yeah, everything froze. So I wasn't sure what it was.
Yeah, fucking Jonathan said that he said it's nothing like jumping over the old Maverick at 70. Nah.
Some Dukes of Hazzard shit.
Yeah, for real. For real, for real. But like places like that, man, you got so many fucking like once you get like I think down in South Jersey you can fucking, especially like down in your area, you could probably fucking hit fucking 170 and not have to worry about a car at like 3 o'clock in the morning.
Sometimes, yeah. I mean, sometimes. I mean, when I was I never. I mean, as a kid, I never drove in New Jersey. I didn't get my license until I was in Florida.
Yeah.
But I mean, we hear like some crazy shit. Like there was this one road. Man, I can't remember what the road's actually called. We always called it Nafek Road because Nafek, that military base, was like right there.
Yeah.
People would die on that road all the time because it was like a windy road, and they try and always do like some crazy shit, and they're just dead. Like nonstop, people would be dying on that road. People were dying on the White Horse, Black Horse Pike, so they tried to put up those like dividers, and the jump handles, and all that shit, so you couldn't make left hand. Like it's a hassle driving there.
Yeah, we got a spot like that up here in the city, like going into the Bronx into Yonkers. There's this fucking steep fucking turn, and it says make the turn at like 45, and they're going like 85, and they just fucking spin out, and at least 4 times a year, people
shooting right off.
Yeah, it's insane. But like when I do drive, I drive fucking just straight highway, and I always make sure I don't go in and out of lanes. I just stay in that I stay in the fucking fast lane, and I hit fucking 80 to fucking, the most I go is like 80 because I hit 90 one time. Fucking going back down from fucking upstate back to Jersey. I hit 90 for like a half an hour.
Yeah, I've been I mean, I'm the same. I try not to. I mean, as I get older, I obviously drive I don't drive as reckless as I used to. But like I've been pulled over so many times by cops, and I don't know what it is, but if you can make law enforcement laugh, you're not getting a ticket.
Yeah.
So I would get pulled over a lot for shit like you're going to jail. Like I've been pulled over doing like 140 in a 65, and the guy's like, "What the fuck are you doing?" It's literally like, "What are you doing?" And I'm like, "Bro, I'm about to pull the engine out of this car. I'm doing one test hit before I build it. I waited till 3 a.m. to get on this bridge where I don't have to worry about any cars or nothing. I just wanted to data log a pass, rip the car out, rip the engine out, and then do a comparison data log with the new engine and the new build." And he was like, "Fine, just get the fuck out of here."
Yeah.
Or like I'll do some shit where I'll come like a little bit like sideways around like a corner or some shit, and the cops are like, "You didn't fucking see us." I'm like, "Not till it was too late." And then they laugh and they just let you go. If you can just be brutally honest with them, 9 out of 10 times they won't do shit. It's when you lie.
Yeah.
It's where they get you. Like, I wasn't going that fast, or I didn't know that. You know, they're like, "You know why I pulled you over?" I'd be like, "Which reason do you want?" I can list off 5 why you pulled me over. See that right there, and they just laugh and they're like, "Just knock it off." I'm like, "Okay."
That's fucking that's hilarious.
But I've been told, like, man, we have so many like reports on your license where it's just very cooperative, and they just give you a warning. I have so many verbal warnings, it's ridiculous. So I had one though. One of the best ones I got out of a ticket was I was going down. This was recent too. I was heading down a highway, get pulled over, and the cop goes, "Are you in a hurry to get somewhere?" And I said, "Actually, I am." He goes, "Well, what's the rush?" You know what I mean? And I said, "Listen," I said, "My kid's at a party right now."
Yeah.
He called me. We have a code phrase for like when there's probably some shit going on, like drugs or something like that he doesn't want to be involved with. So I told him he's got to come home, and I'm just trying to get him out of there because he's very uncomfortable. And the guy's like, "Good dad, go, just go."
Yo. Yeah,
So
yo.
use that one. You know, if you ever want to get out of a ticket, say you're kid out of a party.
You know what? Like now this I know everybody in the chat's gonna laugh, but I got a fucking e-scooter. That fucking e-scooter goes like I got yeah, and that e-scooter goes like 35 miles per hour.
Fuck yeah, they do.
And I'd be fucking flying. I'd be flying in that fucking e-scooter.
Even those like bikes now, they have those electric bikes that'll do like 30 or 40, don't they?
Mm-hmm. Man, I can't lie. It's fucking funny shit.
Yeah, this thing's fucking good.
Nice. I'm happy you're enjoying that.
Yeah, man, it's good.
You know, like I always feel like when it comes to, you know, Sanjay's stuff, I feel like it's weird because sometimes like you don't get a gray area with people. It's either they love it or they hate it. You know, there's no like they don't give it like a gray area. You know, so it's like some people will either like no, like I love the black, or they're like I can't smoke the black. I don't like it. Like it can't be something that you. It's like nope. It's not for me. Or the SP red. They're like nah. It like, but if they like the SP red, they're like no. This is something that's in my regular rotation.
Yeah, whatever barrel these are aged in, or whatever the casks or whatever, it's like this charred sweetness. It's actually fantastic.
Yeah. So. Yeah, I'm at to let Sanj know tomorrow that you fucking love the that you love the black.
Yeah, man, the retrohale on this thing is fucking
it's
very good.
My shit is the charisma. The charisma is fucking money. Like actually I have a silver here. So actually I went, I was like, you know what? Let me just take a silver just so I can, you know, if I'm done with this, if I finish this cigar, I could fucking pull out the silver, you know, and fucking smoke that. That like the silver is probably the cigar I probably smoke the most now out of everything. Because go for it.
If I wanted to get these without breaking any YouTube rules, should I smoke this?
Should I smoke this? Yep.
Okay.
Yeah. Should I smoke this?
And I can get the charismas there.
Yep. Yeah. But just send me a text before you place your order, and I'll fucking if I can get there beforehand, I'll tell Rob to fucking send you a fucking I'll fucking throw a hat in there for you.
Yeah, man, I appreciate that. Yeah, we'll talk on the thing.
Yeah. But you know, but also too, like we're 2 hours in, so if you're part of the unbettered Discord, that's where we're heading. So guys, Johnny, thank you for coming on.
Yeah, man, I appreciate it.
Of course, man. So this is your first time. Hopefully, it will not be your last time. Hopefully, I get you on again.
No, I like this. Not talking only about cigars. Like this is, I like this.
You know what the thing is? Like I like to have it to where my podcast is about everything but kind of cigars, like everything but cigars. Because like I want people to know who you are outside of cigars. Like I want people to know that, like like you're in the cars, you're in the poke. Like I really want to get into poker with you because I know you're a big time poker player.
We'll
You
do
know
that
what?
on another one. Let's
Yeah,
do that on another one if you want. We'll do nonstop poker shit. If I mean, a lot of people might think it's boring, but
you know what?
there's
Like
there's a
so
lot behind it.
so is fucking like in your opinion, who's the greatest of all time?
Poker player,
Yeah.
huh. All time. I mean, right now it's got to be Phil Ivey. Phil Ivey, most
Yeah.
well-rounded player. Cash tournament,
Yeah.
big games, big cash games, private games, all different variations of the game. Probably one of the best players. But Phil Ivey, Tom Dwan, Garrett Adelstein.
So like how do you feel about Phil Hellmuth? Because it's either you like the guy or you fucking hate him because you think he's a fucking dick.
Well, I think you have to respect Phil Hellmuth because he's an accomplished player. He has bracelets. Like there's no denying that. I think the issue with Phil Hellmuth is that one, ego. His ego gets in the way, and two, I think he refuses to adapt to the evolving game. Yes. He's in the old school where it's like, oh, you called me with Queen 10. It's like, bro, Queen 10 is a standard call now in position. Like the game is different. You just refuse to adapt to it. So before the fields were super large, he was just playing against recreational players and their betting patterns were predictable and readable. So he could use that. That doesn't exist anymore with pro status players. Like there's no such thing as predictability. And he refuses to adapt to that. And that's what it is. So, but he's still winning. He's still a good player. He's arrogant. He's the poker brat. And yeah, he can be annoying, I guess, but he's entertaining to watch.
And what about the blonde head guy who does all the commentary and stuff like that for Poker Stars? The Canadian guy.
Who is it?
The Canadian guy for that.
Daniel Negreanu?
Yeah.
Yeah, Negreanu, I think, is another player that is he's right up there with Phil Ivey. He's one of those, he studies the game, he evolves with it, he plays all the games, you know what I mean? And Negreanu is definitely like the smartest. Like, I don't really like watch poker to like learn strategy, but I remember Daniel Negreanu saying one thing that I've always adapted in my game, and I never realized it, but when he said it was, you don't have to be the best player to be profitable at poker. All you have to do is be the best player at the table. So play at the games you can beat. And that's what I do. I play at games where they're completely novice players, and I just, not to sound conceited, but I mean, I just annihilate them.
Yeah.
And they just give me money.
And
that's where I stay.
I feel you. So do you mostly play online or do you go to casino?
All brick and mortar. I don't do any online. I don't trust online.
Nah, neither do I.
So no, I don't. I've never played online really, so I won't do it.
Wow. Yeah. All right, guys. Yo, we are out of here. 2-hour mark. Thank you guys for joining. You know the routine. Tell a friend to tell a friend. Holler at me on Instagram at Inomatic for the hats. And Johnny, I'll see you in the chat in a second, brother.
Yeah, man. I appreciate it. Thanks so much.
Thank you.